Hi, Lindsay McAteer here, sitting with Anna Shults, who is starting the ACE Preparatory Academy. I was fortunate enough to hear Anna's story a couple weeks ago and wanted her to share it with you. So welcome, Anna. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, a little bit about who Anna Shults is?
Sure. Thank you, Lindsay, for the invitation to be here today. I am a teacher. That's the easiest and quickest, simplest way to answer that question. There's nothing I've ever wanted to do other than teach. I was the little girl that was mimicking my own teachers playing school in my basement. I specifically went to college. I went to Anderson University, but I specifically selected a college locally that could guarantee that I would be in the classroom in elementary schools right away. And as soon as I graduated from college, I spent a little over 10 years in Hamilton Southeastern Schools. I was a third grade teacher there for a while, taught first grade for a year as well. And several years ago, I was Indiana's Teacher of the Year. And with that comes a mandatory sabbatical out of the classroom, where you have an opportunity to travel the state. And I worked with hundreds of teachers, was in many, many classrooms that year. And I think that was the first time, Lindsay, that I really saw the discrepancy between zip codes. And I saw the discrepancy between funding formulas, perhaps from one classroom, one school to the next. And I most recently had an opportunity to partner with an organization called Building Excellent Schools. And their goal, their focus is to identify talent across the country that just has this deep desire to change the game for the communities that they will serve. And I went through about a year and a half fellowship training program with them to really help learn the ins and outs about how do you run a school, right? How do we organize a nonprofit from the ground up? And we went through the authorization process as a team this past spring, and ACE Prep officially was approved by the state, and we opened this August.
Congratulations.
Thank
That's
you.
Awesome. So what kind of, I know you alluded to it a little bit, but what led you to want to open ACE Preparatory Academy?
So I would be nuts if I didn't tell you that it's scary, right?
Sure.
This is a big deal. We are putting a stake in the sand about our beliefs about how children learn, how we know that children learn, right? And we spend a lot of time analyzing places in our city that had strong educational options already for families, or perhaps on the flip side, no strong educational options for families. And it was really clear to us that downtown Indy, Center Township area, is where the majority of charter schools in our state already are. And it was important to us to bring the option of high quality choice to a pocket of our city, or within this instance, within our neighborhood, within our community that didn't already exist. Charter schools are public schools, and charter schools are free schools. Okay. And so as you think about, as a parent, as you think about where am I going to send my kindergartner next year, or what are some school options for them, we wanted to make sure that ACE Prep was something that rolled off their tongue within this local community, and are super, super excited about the relationships that we've built with families already, businesses already within this local area.
Awesome. So can you kind of walk us through the process of how you were selected or approved to open this charter school?
Sure. So it sounds kind of crazy, Lindsay, but honestly, anybody can go to several state websites and literally download a form, fill out the application just like anybody else, and have as good a chance as any. Obviously, the process is I would say appropriately difficult, right? You want to weed out people that think, oh, this is going to be fun, or this is a bullet on a resume. But it involves months and months, if not years and years, of planning to design everything from the governance of the school to the fiduciary plan for the school, to the educational opportunities, obviously, your HR plan, your recruitment plan for students and families. The state of Indiana has multiple authorizers, and the authorizer is the body that approves schools. Our authorizer is a body called the Indiana State Charter Board. And their process was appropriately, as I was saying, appropriately difficult and rigorous, but super fair, right? So it involves several interviews, a public hearing where people within the community could come and speak for or against the school. Okay. Thankfully, we didn't have that side of it. Yeah. And like I said, we were unanimously approved in May. The charter is a synonym for contract. And so the contract that this state awards new schools is for 5 years. Okay. We will be a kindergarten through grade 5 school, and approximately year 4 go through the reauthorization process with the state.
Okay. So is there any significance behind the name, ACE Preparatory Academy?
So ACE is an acronym that stands for Academics, Character, and Excellence.
Okay.
And when I think about the pillars of what we know children need in order to have a life of opportunity and future school success, they obviously need to be exposed to rigorous academics, strong character development that's not a buzzword but is integrated into our school. So we talk a lot about our core values, and at ACE our core values spell out the word be great. So we talk about bravery as the B, and endurance as that first E, and the great stands for growth and responsibility, enthusiasm, achievement, and teamwork. And so those Be Great core values directly align to the C in our name and will permeate throughout our building, not just in expectations for students, but teachers better be role models, right? And the leadership of the school better be role models for our students, and we're super excited about that. And then the E part of ACE is excellence in everything we do. Which can be viewed as the responsibility of the board to effectively govern the school, right? Could be interpreted as our community work and our community partnerships. We talk a lot, Lindsay, about wanting to be a neighborhood school and what that means and what that looks like, and creating a legacy here for the families within this community. So our official name is ACE Preparatory Academy. The word on the street with the little ones will be ACE Prep, and we're excited about it. Yeah.
Awesome. So you mentioned doors open in August, but what about enrollment? How can you enroll? Who can enroll? When can they enroll?
Great question. Super important to think about, Lindsay. As we look ahead towards August, our enrollment window is currently open, which means any student who is going to be in either kindergarten or first grade this coming fall is able to enroll at ACE Prep. Unlike a traditional public school, we do not have boundaries. So we are able to enroll any student from the state of Indiana as long as they are going to be a kindergartner or a first grade student this fall. There is no admissions requirements. There's no tests that parents have to take. There's no fee to have your students enroll. You can enroll one of two ways. You can either directly call our school at 317-759-1315, or you can go to the ACE Prep website at www.aceprepacademy.org and enroll your child off the website. As soon as you enroll via a conversation with one of our staff members over the phone or online, I will set up a meeting with you as the founder and head of school. We will sit down so you can ask me questions to learn a little bit more about the school, and so I can understand the hopes and dreams that you have for your child and learn more about your student. We have monthly activities for our founding families, newsletters that go out to always keep families in the know. We are in the process of a pretty massive building renovation, and like to share with our families pictures of that and share with them staff as we hire teachers. We also have a Facebook page at ACE Preparatory Academy on Facebook, and would love for you to like our page to stay on top of events that we might be having within the local community.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sitting down with me, and we'll be following you and supporting you in August.
Thank you.